Hello, welcome back to my channel. I have this month's Ice Cream Beauty Box. I am really excited about it because there is a palette in here that I wanted from a brand that I've never tried, and I wasn't able to get it because there was just too many things that had launched. So it was sneak peeked that it is in this box. So I am super excited. So let's open it together and we can look. Ice Cream Beauty Box is a $25 a month subscription. I think it comes out to 26. It's what BoxyCharm used to be. 5 full-size items, makeup. It's all makeup usually. Once in a while, like there's a singular skincare item. Very makeup heavy, a lot of indie brands. It's a good deal. I did get the ice cream bag. They have a bag subscription that is 12, and I think that comes out to 16 with shipping. And that's full-size items, which is what Ipsy is charging for their glam bag, which is like samples. So I do have September's, and then October's is coming, so that'll be a separate video. But they're good deals. So I will link them down below if you want to check them out. So yeah, let's see what I got. Like I said, this is a $25 a month box. Normally I cut this open off camera because I have been told it is scary to watch me open things on camera. So I tried to be careful. Again, this is how it comes. I am very excited. I already did my makeup. I was going to do a try on. So I think I'll save the items and we can do a try on when I do the bag unboxings. There was a palette that I was interested in that they featured for this month, which is why I signed up for the bag. And I think I signed up on the 29th of September. So I ended up, they still had some left over. So I ended up getting September's bag, and then October's just shipped. So those will be coming. You do get a card with prices, which is nice. So October is Scream Queen. So the first thing in here is a highlighter in Rodeo Drive. This is an OG. I do have this highlighter still, but mine is super old, like the original Ofra black packaging. I got it in a BoxyCharm. We did get a newer one later on in BoxyCharm that was like all like the white, completely white packaging. This seems like they've changed their packaging again, because I think they went through a period where the tops were solid white and they weren't clear like this. But I gave that to a friend because I didn't want to give her my old one, and mine was still fine. So I think I will finally retire my Ofra highlighter. But what does this retail for? $22. This is an anniversary edition, because this is, like I said, it's a champagne, which is my favorite like shade of highlighter to wear normally. I will do color from time to time. I have a little bit of a pink highlighter on today, but normally that is what she looks like. Let us watch. Mine is super perfumey smelling too. Mine is old, like 6 years old, but there it is. So I think I will finally, I need to do a declutter, so I will declutter the old one. When we get to that point, I will film it. Finally had to get a new one, but finally put my tripod that will hold the camera upside down, so it'll make decluttering videos a little bit more enjoyable for you guys, hopefully. So the retails for $22. Let's not lose it. The next thing is a liquid blush from Delancey. I have never heard of this brand. $25 is what it retails for. I have finally been getting into liquid blush, and that is really pretty packaging. I think I have a lip stain that's in like similar, like rectangular, and it's frosted. This is in Aftermoon, Arturum Aftermoon, number 5. Let's see, and it's a little like tiny doe foot. It's a really pretty like dusty rose shade, which is nice for every day. I have a couple. It feels a little serumy when you first put it on. Just want to see how it dries down. The color is really pretty. I like this kind of a shade for layering because you can do peach powder on top of it. You can do more pinky powder. It's a very nice like chameleon shade. have a couple of hairs that I'm going to have to recurl with the curling iron that didn't get wrapped in the hot roller, and that's going to annoy me. So let's see how that dries down. But that is the liquid blush. It says it dries quickly, creates a perfect fall shade. I would say like that's a good, it's an everyday neutral pink that layers other colors on top of it well. And from Beauty Creations, I have tried some things from Beauty Creations, but this is a color-based primer, and I saw this sneak peek, and this is in black. I've been getting into colored eye primers recently. I need a knife. I did a video where I did my eye makeup, and I talked about, you know, I have a black and white liquid shadow from About Face that I use for glitter, but I finally come around to like the colored eye primer. So I have white and now I have a black, and I think, little spoiler, I think there's a pink one in the beauty bag this month. So I'm super excited that this is an actual. Eye primers and liquid shadows, like if they dry down, can function very much the same, but I think they are a little bit different because like the About Face ones like dry down matte, whereas I think this stays tacky a little bit longer. So there is a difference, but if you have a cream shadow or a shadow stick in like a white or a black, it's not necessary to buy a product like this, which is why I never did it. I just always went for like a shadow stick. So there's the black. Black will make, especially like blue shimmers is what I tend to think of, like pop, but you can use them for other things. But white and black bases will give you a very different effect. So I'm excited to have this. What does this retail for? Blackout color base primer, $5. So these are really inexpensive. The P. Louise ones are like 25 or something a piece. I don't know, they're expensive. And again, and those are the really popular ones, but I've never purchased them because they're pricey. It says there's a lip. I'm throwing peanuts. This is pretty. I wasn't going to keep the lip gloss, but this is kind of fun. This is Illuminati. I think it's a pH, so it's not going to stay green. Yeah, pH color changing lip gloss by Illuminati Cosmetics, retails for $20. We'll swatch it, and then if I don't like it, I can give it to somebody. I have friends that won't care that I swatched it on the back of my hand. Probably turns a pink. I'm assuming most pH stuff turns some shade of pink, but it looks cool in the tube. Matches my sweatshirt. This is from Target. I ordered it off of the website. I've been doing Christmas shopping already, so has like a very subtle fruit smell. Very, very subtle. There's a little bit of shimmer, not a lot. I don't know if you're like probably the worst place. There it is right there. So very, very subtle. We'll see if it turns anything. It's mainly just a clear sparkly lip gloss, so nothing wrong with that. I might still need the knife. Okay. The main attraction. This is the Graveyard Smash palette from Wicked Widow Cosmetics. I am going to move the box. This is what the packaging looks like. I have been curious about this brand for a while. They have done some Edward Scissorhand themed palettes, and then they did an Alice in Wonderland March hair type of palette that was in the same format. They're a little bit pricey. These 8-pan ones are a little bit cheaper. I think that, what does this run for? $36. And the owner of Ice Cream Beauty Box told me that the teacup one, I forget what it's called. If I can remember, I'll link it down below, but I'll link this one for sure, is a good companion to this. And then I think the Edward Scissorhands that they did more recently was around $50, $55, that kind of price point. So it's expensive. It's a lot to spend on a brand that you've never tried because you're gambling. So that's essentially why I've never purchased anything. I did look at the Alice in Wonderland one only because it was smaller and less expensive, because I think if you're going to try a brand for the first time, get a less expensive palette to see if you like the formula before you jump in. And then when this palette launched, I looked at it. I really wanted it. It just didn't work into the budget with all of the launches. So I was super excited to see it in the box this month. So this is what it looks like. We'll have to swatch on this side. So let's do the mattes. We have Harvest Horrors, which is a pretty orange. I'm trying not to ruin the little music notes. Seems very pigmented. You have Groovy Ghouls, which is a mustard. I love a good mustard shade. They seem very pigmented. I'm swirling a little bit, but I'm not pressing very hard because I don't want to ruin the pan embossings. Bewitching Bride is the eggplant shade, and running out of fingers. Freaky Frank is the mint, like sagey mint. So there are the 4 mattes. So yeah, the owner, I was messaging her back and forth on Instagram, and she said that the Alice in Wonderland, the teacup, whatever it's called, is a good sister palette to this. Like, they work well together. I'm gonna close this and then, so I don't stab myself, and then we'll swatch the shimmers. So we have Fright Night. I think a couple of these are duochromes. I don't think all of them are. That's pretty. So there is what did I say? Fright Night. Thrills and Chills, I think, is a duochrome. Right there. And that's what will cause a price point to get higher. Shimmers are more expensive to make. And then when you get into duochromes, it's more. Weird Waltz. And I'm not, again, swirling in very much. A little bit goes a long way. These are very creamy feeling. They're not dry. And then Monster Mash is a bronze. So there we go. Yep, the green is definitely a duochrome. I'm going to say, looking in the camera, the purple, I can't tell if the bronze is. You'll be able to see the shift probably more than I can right now, but there we go. Looks like the bronze kind of has a shift to it too. That's cool. So again, that's what's going to cause a palette to be more expensive. And the Edward Scissorhand had a lot of shimmers in it. I think it was like, this is split down the middle. I think that one was too, but it was a larger palette. So again, because you're probably like, why are they so expensive? But that will cause cost to go up. So let's recap. We got the palette. Let me get a Kleenex. I did take allergy medicine and use nose spray, but it's dusty. Like, my room, my makeup room, my filming room is in the basement, so it's dusty down here. And then we used to have a cat. So, and the cat would hang out down here. So I think there's animal hair. Anyways, we got the palette. I like this paid for the box because this was $36. So this cost more than the box did. So the fact that this was in here, like, was well worth it for me for this month. I'm not going to keep the sleeve for this because it looks the same, but the fact that we got the palette, and I really, really wanted this palette, the artwork is just adorable. If you know me, you know I love Frankenstein. He's one of my favorite monsters, so I love that. And we got a black eye base, which I'm excited. The lip gloss, did it do anything? It didn't change color, so I don't know why they're calling it pH. Maybe, I mean, because it should change color on my hand, but it's a clear lip gloss with sparkle. So I might keep this. I might just throw it in with my giveaway stuff because I only swatched it on my hand and my hands are clean. So that will probably go to somebody else. The liquid blush, I'm going to take it out of this box. I like this color. It did dry down. It is not sticky. It has a matte there's like a satin finish. I wouldn't say it's like a true matte, but it did dry down, so you wouldn't necessarily have to layer anything on top of this. It's not going to stay tacky, which I don't like my skin to be tacky, even though I'm not an oily person, but very, very pretty. Again, like this type of shade layers nicely with powder blushes, so I'm excited about that. Doesn't look streaky or anything. It blended a little bit, went a long way. And then I'm excited about the O for highlighter. I love Rodeo Drive. Like I said, it's an oldie but a goodie. And mine is super old, so we will be swapping her out, and that one can go away. Normally I would give it away, but as old as that one is, it needs to just go away. But I will save that, excuse me, for my declutter. So $36 for the palette, $5, which if these are good, I would be, well, I don't really need a white one, but I would be willing to get other colored ones if these are good. Oh, and it's not, I would say it's not dried down completely, whereas my matte shadow, but it will give you a nice base for eyeshadow, I think. Forgot it was on the back of my hand. So yeah, that is everything. Again, 36, 5. I'm not going to do the math in my head. This was 20, this was 25, and this is 22. So very good value. Again, this covered, you know, the cost of the box and then some, and then I got all the other stuff. So well worth it for me this month. I don't think I've had a box that I hated from them at all, but this one's definitely my favorite so far because I've been dying to try this brand. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Again, I will link them down below. I will link this palette down below, because if you just want the palette, you don't care about the subscription box, you can purchase it from the website, but I will tell you it's cheaper to get it in the box and then you cancel the subscription later. So that's just me. So yeah, thank you guys again. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye everybody.